Hello, welcome to virtual indoor cycling. This will be a 30-minute ride. We're going to be riding in the heart rate zone today. So if you have a smartwatch or a device that helps you read your heart rate, I'd like you to connect that now. We're going to float all the way up through the zones. Easy, moderate, hard, breathless, and then we'll taper back down. So as we start out, and we're looking at our heart rate, we're going to be working at about 60% of our heart rate maximum. So let's start out a little slower in the pedals. Let's find 60 RPMs. With enough resistance that your bike knows you're here. So easy, that's the green zone. That's the heart rate percentages in the 60s. So this is easy, right? This warm up means that we can breathe, we're comfortable, we're slowly warming up. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. Warm up gives us an opportunity to do a body scan, to check in. So let's do that. We always start checking in with hips. So making sure that you're close to the back of your saddle and you can feel those sitting bones connected there to the saddle. And from there, your lower abdomen is engaged. Your spine is tall. There's a natural curve in your low back, abs zipped up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And notice how that helps you open up your chest just a little bit and breathe more deeply. If you look down, your knees are right in line with your feet. Knees are tracking in that hinge position that knees are designed to do. And then just let your arms be soft, relaxed, light hands, breathing. All right, well, I guess our warm-up is over. So we're gonna head up into moderate. We'll pick up the pace just a touch. We'll be at 65 RPMs. Add a little bit of resistance. Now this bike is watching my heart rate, so let's see if it starts to change colors. There we go, we gotta connect it. Gotta give it a little help. There we go. All right, so now that my bike can see my heart rate, I obviously need to add a little bit of resistance to get up into that yellow zone. Let's come up out of the saddle. All right, so we're gonna hang out here for a while. Moderate intensity. This is where we can breathe. And once again, we'll be able to just kind of do a little body scan. The hands have moved forward. The elbows have softened a little bit. We want to keep our hips close to the saddle, so the position is almost the same as when we're seated. Notice your breathing. It's easy to breathe, but it feels like you're working now. Start to put some ease, some fluidity in your shoulders. In fact, let that fluidity make its way through your whole body. Here in the moderate zone, you really should just feel like your effortless effort. You're in the zone, moving and grooving. Let your abdominals stay engaged. Lengthen your spine. Come to the saddle. And breathe. I'm just going to maintain this 65 RPMs. So here, choose your hand position, and you might try a few. How does this thumb over thumb feel? How about a little wider? Or all the way out to the corners of your handlebars? Some riders like to reach forward and drop their torso. Wherever you do, stay active, stay strong through your core, long through your spine. And just intentional about this comfortable workspace. If you're watching colors, if you're watching numbers, just stay right in the middle of your yellow zone. Notice hip crease. Instead of a round back, we want a long spine, the movement happening at the hips. Steady, moderate. I promise you, we're going to the hard zone. But we're going to take our time getting there. Notice your feet. Ball of the foot on the pedal, toes relaxed. Your feet really don't have to do any work. They're just connected. The work happens up here. Nice. Let's breathe in 4 pedal strokes, out 4 pedal strokes. In and out. In and out. Stand with me. All right, my friends. We're going to take one more song to straddle the line between moderate and hard. So you might be kind of bouncing in and out across that 80% line. And there it is. So go ahead and have a seat. We'll pick up the pace just a bit. Relax your shoulders. Ease your way up to 75 RPMs. So this is this in-between zone. It's like you're a little undecided. I don't know, do I want to stay moderate or do I want to go hard? What do I want to do? Can't decide, I'm in between. I kind of like this, but I know I need to work. Can you straddle that line, the top of moderate, peeking over the edge into a challenging zone? If it gets too easy, you know what to do. Notice where you hold tension in your body. Is it shoulders, neck, upper back, hands and arms, in your gut, hips? Where do you hold tension? Is it possible to not change the workload, but to let a little bit of that tension go? Check it out. Neck, face, so if you're watching your numbers, if you're watching the colors, you are at the top of moderate, approaching the bottom of the hard zone. You're very close to 80% of your heart rate max. And if you have no numbers in front of you, it's okay. Go by how you feel. That little tug of war between moderate and hard. And you know how it feels when you get into the hard zone. It's like you grit your teeth, you kind of tighten up a little bit, and you really get intentional and aggressive. We're not there yet, but we are very close. It's coming. Sit a little taller. Sit a little lighter in the saddle. Breathe a little deeper, grab some water. Are you ready? Second half of this ride. Harder. The cadence picks up a little bit. We're aiming for 85 RPMs, and that should be enough to pull us over the edge to the orange, to the hard effort. 80% of max. Your heart rate is the boss, okay? Whatever your heart's doing, you're gonna follow that. If you're not quite in the orange zone or you're not really feeling that hard effort, you're gonna add resistance. We're gonna hover right here for about 3 minutes. Challenging. This is where you grit your teeth a little bit. This is where you get intentional about the work. It's not pleasant anymore. We want to find that orange and stay there. And I'll tell you what, our bodies don't want to stay there. Our bodies kind of want to go higher and go all out or lower. Hard zone is called hard zone for a reason. It's really hard to hold it there. Now, just to give you a heads up of what to expect, we'll stay steady here for a couple more minutes, and then we'll take off the lid. We've got a 5-minute song where we'll be toggling in and out of that red zone before we taper down and start our cool down. So be ready for that. Those spikes, those pushes. We will have 5 opportunities to see red. The heart is the boss in this ride. This is completely heart rate driven. Breathe. Steady, hard effort. Orange, challenging. We're in that 80% range. Red is 90, 92 plus. That's where we're going. All right, how are you? My friend, are you ready? You can slow your legs if you like, walk it out for a few seconds, set it up, get ready. Shoulders loose, nice breath, fluid body. Easy. Heart rate on a console like this is a little slower to respond, so you might want to watch your device, your watch, or whatever you have. All right, friends, who's ready? We're heading to 90 RPMs. If it's hard to hold 90, get as close as you can. That's where we'll stay. You might dial some resistance on so that your legs feel like they're really connected to the pedals. The effort is real. We made it to orange. Going to 90 RPMs might be enough to spike you over into that red zone. If it's not, I want you to give yourself a little more gear. Keep 90 until you feel breathless or see the red zone. Keep 90 until you show up in that red zone. Get up on that edge and ride it. Breathless, red, hard effort, roll it down. Roll your resistance down. Feel yourself breathe. You can keep those legs light. Deep breaths. Now, what I'd like you to do is in the remaining 3 minutes, do that 4 more times. Go red, go breathless, stay there as long as you can. Roll it down, do it again. So we're all gonna be on our own timing. I'll tell you what's on the clock so that you know how to gauge that. All right, got about 2.5 minutes. 4 bumps into the red zone. You can speed up, definitely add resistance. Get up there, stay as long as you can, which shouldn't be long, and travel back down. Everybody's a little bit different. Your ability to go up there and come back down has a lot of variables. How you slept last night, your hydration, your nutrition, your stress, what you did yesterday for your workout, what you've been training for, or how you've been training. All right, you've got about 1:15. 2 more shots over the red line. Let's do it. At least 2 for me. I don't know about you, but hopefully we're close in that world of timing. Woo. My friends, how do you feel? Heart rate, heart's in charge. All right, if you haven't made your 5th hit up into that zone, do it now, and then we'll taper down. Woo. Good job, you guys. Great work. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'd like you to keep pedaling fast, 100 RPMs or as close as you can get. And we're gonna hold lighter resistance, faster cadence, and just watch as that heart rate closes back down. So notice on the clock, that's been 1 minute. Are you out of the red zone? How fast do you drop from red to orange? From breathless to hard? And hard effort when you're coming down, it's hard to hold it there. You kind of want to keep dropping. So let's just taper easy. Keep a little bit on the wheel. Keep those pedals a little bit faster. See if you can hold on to that hard intensity for 30 more seconds on the way down. Woo. So I think that's a really fun way to train, just to let your heart rate determine what you do and when you do it. Kind of gets you out of your head and just makes you go with how you feel, yeah? Let's start to lighten resistance so we find our way into yellow or moderate. I'm gonna keep the cadence a little faster. Just lighten enough resistance so my heart trusts that we're not going up anymore and starts to lower. And we're looking for yellow. You can help your heart rate lower by relaxing your upper body and by taking deep, slow, calm breaths. You can control. You can teach your body to respond. I watched a writer one time. He was a very, very well-known writer. And he did what we just did. He got his heart rate way up there. His heart rate was connected to a screen so we could watch. And while he continued, he didn't touch resistance. He didn't change his pedal speed. He breathed his way from breathless down to moderate. He literally kept the workload the same, but he taught his body how to handle it. It was a beautiful thing to watch. So consider that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale tall, exhale calm. Inhale, exhale. There it goes. Slow your legs a bit. And if it feels okay to you, if it feels easy, walk it out. Nice and slow. Walk it out. Just let your body lengthen. Yeah. And come down to the saddle. Slow your legs even more. Breathe deep. We're just gonna let the pedals keep turning. We'll sit tall. Roll your shoulders. Before we get off the bike, if you want to take a look at your numbers, we didn't really try to achieve anything. But look at your maximum. That might have been significant given that you were really trying to hit that, spike that number 5 times. I hit a really high max today and I wasn't even paying attention. My average looks good. Distance looks really good for the time we spent on the bike. So reach your arms up high, cactus the elbows, reach high, and then just swing the arms behind you, and we'll do that again. Up, cactus it out, up, and swing. One more time. Lift, cactus, lift, swing it out, and just let them shake out and dangle at your sides. You can come up to the handlebars, stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Breathe deeply as your heart rate continues to lower. And come back up, switch, hamstrings and calves. Step off your bike. Take the hands to the hips, press into your hips, stretch your chest and your hip flexors at the same time. If you have more time to stretch, please do. Feel free to jump over to my yoga playlist, grab some stretches, loosen up your hips. Most of all, give yourself a hand. Congratulations, you did a great job today on that heart rate lift and lower. Have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.